This week the Parliament is really back to work. We've got a full plenary session, we've got committee meetings, we've got political group meetings, all kinds of activities happening. It's a really busy time. And I'm delighted that Bronwen Lloyd is here with us this week in the Parliament from the Vale of Glamorgan, but tell us a bit more about where exactly and what you do at school. And
well, I go to school in Ysgol Gyfun Bronwen in Barry, and I live in St Nicholas. It's a really lovely area.
Yes, it is beautiful. And why have you come to the Parliament for this week?
Well, with school, I have a lot of interest in my school cabinet, and I'm also on the Vale of Glamorgan Youth Forum. And I think for me to sort of take the next, well, it's like quite a big step up to here, but I think it was quite interesting for me to see how something like what I do at school can be on such a big scale up here.
So you were used to looking after the interests of the pupils,
yes,
then, in the same way, I suppose, in a way that members of Parliament look after the interests of constituents. So you've enjoyed some of the meetings?
Oh yeah, I really have. And I found the whole translating booth really interesting, how there are so many languages, and it's quite daunting when you're sitting there and you're seeing all the people speak in their native languages, and it's just quite, I don't know, it's quite a nice, well, really lovely thing to see how people can communicate but not even speaking the same language at the same time. I think it's just very interesting to watch.
It's always inspired me since I was very young, and which is why I'm working in Parliament now, and I find it still inspires me today that 28 countries can work together. And my job, of course, is to make sure that Wales's voice is heard in all of this. And as someone from Wales and bilingual, do you feel that Wales really belongs in this multilingual, multicultural era?
I definitely do think that it definitely belongs. And I think possibly for a translating booth in Welsh, that would be quite a big step, I think, if that would happen maybe one day. I think, because I think sometimes people forget that Welsh is a real language and people do speak it, and I go to a Welsh school, so it is important to a lot of people, and I think that it's important for our voices to be heard.
And people, when they hear us speaking Welsh here, they often ask what language it is because it's not translated. So what are your plans for the future? Is it anything to do with politics or languages or something different?
It's quite different because I have quite a lot of interest in science at the moment and mathematics. So I kind of want to go into medicine in the future because I have a lot of interest in that. But I do really admire the work that politicians do, but I think the more like sciencey thing is more from like my interests.
And on the science side, that's where we need a lot more young women entering different professions as well. So I'm sure whatever you choose, you'll have huge success in the future. Thank you for coming here to work with us this week, and I hope you'll be back at some point in the future as well.
Okay, thank you.